today we're going to do a prenatal class to help open your heart chakra, right where our heart beats, our loving energy, to be able to give and receive love. You have a new bundle of joy that's coming, so you want to make sure to give it as much love as possible and make sure to also give love to yourself. Make sure to be able to receive love. So we want to make sure to feel loving by the time this class ends today. Loving energy is projected by the air element, which is our pointer. So we're going to touch our pointer and our thumb, which is a mudra, a gesture to help balance us and relax the mind. So for today's class, you'll need 2 blocks. So I have 2 blocks. You can even sit on one of the blocks. So I'm going to sit on one of the blocks. And that gives you a little bit of a lift. I'll show you from the side. So if I wasn't lifted, I would be more rounded here, and I want to be more open. Touch your thumb and pointer. If you're not comfortable seated, of course, find a different position that works for you, just so for the next 2 minutes or so, you won't think about anything like how uncomfortable you are. You want to be comfortable, that's important. So we'll touch our thumb and pointer, close your eyes. Begin focusing on how you're breathing today. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. So while you notice how you're breathing, do a scan of your body. Release any tension you're holding on to. Relax your face. Relax your eyes. Look down in the relaxed eye position with your eyes closed. Relax your jaw. Place your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your 2 front teeth. That keeps you from clenching your jaw. As you inhale, imagining your breath rising up your spine, so maybe sit a little bit taller. And on your exhale, imagine your breath sinking down your spine. So visualizing your inhale, breath rises. Exhale, your breath sinks. So as with any yoga class, we want to set our intentions. To start, those of us who have the most trouble focusing, sitting still for a few moments, you guys, your challenge will be to hear your breath. So begin hearing your breath at the back of your throat. So when you inhale, you can inhale through your nose. When you exhale, breathe out through your mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, mouth. Well, nose breathe only, but still feel your breath at the back of your throat. And most important, hear your breath. So no matter what, you're going to hear your breath. Those who have the most trouble focusing are the loudest breathers in a regular yoga class. So those of us who are usually used to hardcore exercise, now that you're pregnant, it forces you to slow down a little bit. Your intentions are to be patient, be balanced, be relaxed, slow things down a little. And for those who haven't exercised in a while, just be mindful of your body, move slowly through your poses, don't force anything. I offer lots of modifications. So place one hand on our baby. As you inhale, feel your belly rock forward, your baby rock forward. On your exhale, feel your baby rock back. So visualizing your baby rocking forward and back. We'll move our other hand to our heart center. Find your heartbeat. So today's practice, once again, is about the heart chakra. So it's important to be mindful, not only to take care of your baby, but to take care of yourself. You'll be a better mom that way. Healthy moms raise healthy babies. So as slow as your heart is beating, that's as slow as we're going to move through today's practice. If at any point your heart rate picks up a little bit, just a little bit is fine, but not really that much faster than it is right now. On your inhale, we're gonna reach our arms up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. If you're outside like me, wiggle out your fingers. Rotate your wrists, big circles. And on your exhale, we'll stretch our fingers out to the side, touch the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, stretch your fingers out. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hands at heart center. So it's the same arm flow that we'll do when we're standing up. Last time, follow your breath, one movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So from here, if you have a block, we'll remove it. If you don't have blocks, you can also use books or a couple of cushions would be nice. We're gonna come onto all fours. Wrists and shoulders line up, knees and hips line up, and you really wanna spread out your fingers nice and wide. So we call this starfish fingers. Press down with your fingertips as well. On your exhale, we're gonna round our spine, uncurl your toes, tuck your chin. On your inhale, curl your toes, open your heart, look up. Exhale, uncurl, round your spine, press back. Inhale, open. Try closing your eyes, follow your breath. We'll do 2 more. On your next one, hold your rounded spine. Shake your head out, yes and no. Release any tension in your neck, your face. Inhale, drop your belly, look up, curl your toes. Exhale, back to your cat, but this time move around your jaw, big circles. It's a little weird, move around your jaw. Funny faces, nobody sees you. We'll curl our toes, look up. And on your next one, uncurl your toes, round your spine, big circles, one direction. Get into your lower back and your hips. And then switch directions. Coming back to center, inhale, open up your heart, look up. Exhale, round, but this time toes touch, knees wide, round all the way back to child's pose. Make plenty of room for baby, so knees super wide, especially if you're in your 2nd, 3rd trimester, knees are super wide. Extend your arms, rest your forehead. So really relaxing the space in between your shoulder blades, really upper back here. Let it go. Release any tension in your hips. Child's pose is your pose you come into anytime during the practice that you need to modify something or take a break. This is your go-to pose. Listen to your body. Let's round our spine, lift back up to all fours, wrists and shoulders line up, knees and hips line up. We're gonna kick our right toes towards the back. Flex your foot, so you're gonna curl your toes, press your heel back. And then maybe left arm reaches forward, stretch. If that's too much for today, keep your left hand down. But feel the stretch really in the back of your calf, behind your knee. We'll release, left hand down, press your other toes back, other side. Get onto the ball of your foot, press your heel back, and then maybe reach the opposite arm forward. If that's too much, keep your hand down. Maybe one side feels a little stronger than the other. Maybe that's babies hanging out on the other side. Let's release our toes. Round your spine, toes touch, knees wide, press to your child's pose. into a flow. It's called a vinyasa flow. This will be the flow that we incorporate when we're doing our sun salutation. On your inhale, we're gonna come up to all fours. This is the modified version to start. We'll shift forward, and then we're gonna bend our elbows. You don't wanna drop your belly, you're dropping your chest. Just to feel some arm strength. However low you wanna go, just feel it in your arms. Inhale, push up. Exhale, round your spine, press back to child's pose. Inhale, let's lift up. Open your heart like you're in cow pose, curl your toes. Exhale, let's lower down, arm strength. Inhale, press up. Exhale, uncurl your toes, round your weight all the way back to child's pose. For a full breath. One more time, modified. Inhale, lift up, curl your toes, open your heart. Exhale, lower, arm strength. Inhale, press up. Exhale, uncurl your toes, round, press all the way back. So here's our options to add on. If it's too much, you stay with the modified version. So there's a full plank. Right away, notice. Too much, drop to your knees instead. So from your full plank, we're gonna press back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out, rock your hips. We're gonna lift both heels all the way up. Hang your head. Exhale, press down. Lift your toes. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Our feet are going through a lot. They're like, what's going on with all this extra weight? So make sure to take care of your feet. We'll do 2 more lifts. On your next inhale, let's come forward to plank pose. Exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. So if you're gonna add on in that flow, your inhale, you'd come forward, drop onto your knees, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. One more time there. Inhale, plank. Modified. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your knees, press back. So if you're still in the modified, you're still coming forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. So you follow your own breath, whichever option you chose. Last one. We'll take 5 nice deep breaths, either down dog or child's pose, your choice. So wherever you are, we're going to walk our feet wide. If you're in child's pose, walk your toes to the edge. Down dog, walk your feet to the end. From child's pose, lift your knees. From down dog, we're just going to walk our hands in. So we all end up at the back of our mat in a squat pose. So if this is when you can incorporate your block. So if you need a block, help yourself. Give yourself a little extra lift here. Chair is good for this too. Doesn't matter if your heels are up or your heels are down, you're just in a nice deep squat. Can you add on? Maybe triceps come to your inner thighs, open up your heart. We'll come into a flow, we'll drop our hands down, inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale, exhale. It's more comfortable, you're on your heels. Inhale, you're off of your heels. Exhale. 3 more. On your next one, we'll end in the squat. come a little higher in our squat, hands to your legs. Open your knees, knees super wide. Round your spine, cat stretch, roll it up. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands at heart center, coming into your mountain pose. So you're at the back of your mat. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. We'll do a loud breath. One of the hardest things people in labor, moms in labor, is to actually make noise. So every once in a while, we'll do a loud exhale together. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Go back to your nose breathing. We're going to come into a sun salutation from the back of our mat. Inhale, let's reach our arms up. Exhale, dive it down, hands to your blocks or your shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look up. Exhale, we're going to lower back to our squat. Feet to the edge, bend your knees. Once you're here in your squat, we're going to come back to our plank. So walk your hands out. Here's your vinyasa flow. Knees can be lifted if you'd like. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Either child's pose, knees wide, or downward facing dog. Take 5 nice deep breaths, whichever pose you chose. Inhale, let's lift up. Curl your toes under, walk your hands in. So you're gonna squat once again at the back of your mat, with or without your blocks. Inhale, we'll straighten our legs, lift your hips. Reverse swan dive up, lead with your heart. Exhale, hands at heart center. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen, look up. On your exhale, walk your feet wide, come back to your squat. Once you're in your squat, inhale, we'll walk our hands out, come to all fours, or your plank. On your exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Down dog or child's pose. Three more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. We'll bend our knees, walk your hands in, walk your feet wide, come back to your squat. Use your blocks if you need. Come a little bit higher. Inhale, lift up your hips, straighten your legs, look up. On your exhale, bend your knees, cat stretch, roll it up. Full stretch. Exhale, hands are heart center. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, exhaling through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. We'll add on warrior 2. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Once you're down, come to your squat. From your squat, move your blocks, walk it out. Vinyasa if you'd like. You can always skip your vinyasa. Maybe it's one too many vinyasas for today. Skip it if you need. Need in down dog or child's pose. Opening up your knees for child's pose. Take 5 nice deep breaths, down dog or child's pose. Let's bend our knees, look forward, step your right foot, left foot we'll do first. Left foot outside of your left hand. Right heel flat, we'll do both sides, so it doesn't matter. Extend your arms, warrior 2. So this is a great heart opening pose. We're gonna open up our heart, gaze towards your left fingers, or the fingers of your bent leg. We tend to, once we have our babies, round if we're breastfeeding, or even when we're pregnant, round, everything's always rounding. Open up, improve your posture. Maybe bend a little deeper in that front knee. If you don't see your toes, walk it out. It's good to be in a deep lunge. We get more into our hip. We'll go back to touching our mudra, thumb and pointer, palms face up. And we'll tilt it. Right hand, right leg, hip if you need. Reach it back the reverse way. So the more you pull the reverse way, the more you're bending that front knee the opposite direction. So it's like a little tug of war. Push with your knee, pull with your left arm. Feel that stretch. Create space. Inhale, let's lift up. Mudra, thumb and pointer. Straighten out that left leg. We're going to turn our feet forward. So your feet are parallel. Inhale, reach up. Grab your left wrist, fold it right. Inhale, lift, fold it the other way. Inhale, lift. Touch your mudra, turn your feet the opposite way. Bend the right knee this time, left leg is straight. Press into that left hip, extend your arms, open your heart. Gazing past your front fingers. Hold it here and breathe. Inhale, expand your chest, open up your heart. We'll reverse, left hand to your left leg or your hip if you need. Right arm reaches back. So here's your tug of war again. Knee bending, pushing one way, arm pulling the other way. Create the space in your side here. So it's not so much about folding here, we're getting stretch on the other side. You'll notice as you're in your second and third trimester, there's not too much movement that's going to be happening here. So it's all coming from the stretch on the right side. Inhale, let's lift up. Extend your arms overhead, pivot your feet towards the front again. On your exhale, we're going to grab onto our left wrist, fold it right. Inhale, lift, switch directions. Inhale, back to the same pose. Extend your arms, pivot your toes to the left again, bend that left knee. So we're going to come a little deeper. We'll come into a 3-breath flow. Turn your palms up. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reach, extend either your hand down or your forearm down. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, extend. One breath, one movement. If you're in your first trimester, you might even be able to come and touch the ground, or maybe even a block would be helpful. But notice how I'm extending. I don't see my right shoulder, so I'm not dropping down at all. Reaching back, opening my heart. Nose breathing. Last one, and we're going to hold the extension. So hopefully you're feeling in your left leg. That's a good thing. Lots of left leg strength. One more breath. If you had your block, we'll bring it to the other side. Pivot your feet the other way. Drop your block down. Send it, warrior 2. Bend that right knee. Left hip pushes back. Feel that in your left hip. Squeeze your butt. So we'll move into our flow once again. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach forward. Either high, medium, or low. Exhale. Inhale. One breath, one movement. Last one, we'll hold our extension. Right hand or forearm down, left arm reaches, stretch. Create the space in your side body. Maybe come to your block. Know your limits. It's okay if one side's more flexible than the other. Breathe. Make sure you don't see that left shoulder. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's lift back up. pivot your feet towards the front again. Arms overhead, clasp your fingers, push your palms up, tuck your chin down. And exhale, release your arms. Come into a big shoulder roll, up, back, and down. One more time. So from here, we're gonna walk our feet in. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, till our feet come together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands are heart center. Here's our arm flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a nice deep breath together. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So we'll make our way back to the back of our mat. So we can do one more time through warrior one though this time. Hands at heart center. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, dive it down, opening your feet if you need. Bigger your belly, the wider your feet. Lengthen your spine, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, come back to your squat. From your squat, come onto your hands. Walk it out, all fours or plank. Here's your vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog or child's pose. So we're doing the other side. If you did your left side like me before, this time step your right foot forward. So we're gonna lift up, take your right foot outside of your right hand, left heel flat. Coming up, hands to your hips. We're gonna shift our hips forward towards that right foot. Coming to a nice hip opener, heart opening in warrior one. So grabbing your thumbs above, clasp your thumbs, lift your chin, open up your heart. Dive back. So you don't want to dump into your lower back. You can always have your fists here instead in the pose. Open your heart. One more breath. Let's lift up, pivot your feet the reverse direction. Open your heart, lift your chin, and breathe. So we're on the other side. One more breath. We'll come back to center, pivot your feet towards the side. Reach your arms out, big shoulder roll. Okay, so we're gonna move into sunflowers, toes face the corners. You wanna be about 2 or 3 feet apart here. Inhale, we'll reach our arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, dive it down either halfway or all the way. Inhale, exhale. So our hips should feel nice and loose from all those squats we've been doing. We'll do 3 more. On your next one, we're gonna hold it low, bend your knees, reach your arms out, touch your mudra, thumb and pointer. So while we're here, we're gonna activate our urethral squeeze, bladder control. So visualizing this, you're peeing and all of a sudden someone abruptly opens the door. You stop peeing. That's the zip that you need here. So zip, but keep breathing. We'll come up, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Hopefully you felt the bird in your legs. That's a good thing. Okay, we're making our way down. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Find your block, maybe 1 or 2. Once you're on your blocks, lower down to your knees. So we're gonna come into pregnancy favorite. This is frog pose. So we'll walk our knees super wide, toes out, knees out, toes out, knees out, toes out, knees out. So you're as wide as you can go, just from the side angle. You don't wanna be able to sit back. If you're able to sit back, you want your knees super wide, so that's not possible. Once you're out as wide as you go, you want your ankles and knees to line up. So kick those toes out. And then from here, we'll lower onto our forearms, maybe our forehead, maybe rest on your block. This is one of the closest poses you get to lying on your belly during pregnancy. Maybe rest your forehead on your fists. Relax here, breathe. So when we're holding deep restorative poses like we are here in frog pose, we want to really try to control our mind. This is when our mind starts to throw around thoughts that aren't important in our everyday life. This is your time for yourself, really, to clear your mind. Give your mind a massage. Let all the thoughts go. No judgments if thoughts come up. Relax your forehead. Maybe even practice a little bladder control here. Zip up once again, and hold that zip as you breathe. Where are you holding tension in this pose? Use your exhale to relax into it. Last 2 breaths. Keeping that zip on your inhale, we're going to come back to our palms. Take your time, move it slow, take your toes in, maybe one knee in, then the other knee in. Sit back for a moment. Well, if you have a block, walk your feet out a little bit, sit on your block. This should feel nice. So your ankles and knees will line up, but now we're super close. Touch your thumb and pointer. Take a couple of nice, deep, settling breaths here. So from here, we're going to move into camel pose, which is the ultimate heart opening pose, great for pregnancy since we can't do our regular vinyasa flow in cobra or up dog. This is a nice alternative to that. So you can have your blocks handy if you need, but we're just really going to stay pretty high for today. So we're going to take our fists, flat part of your fist to your lower back, open your heart, lift your chin up, and begin leaning back. So that heart opening is coming from your upper back, no dumping in your lower back. Activate that zip and breathe. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Feel your breath surround your heart. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, help yourself back up. Good job. From here, we're going to cross our ankles, extend our legs out. Begin knocking your knees out. Feel a nice massage in your legs. Maybe even use your fists, the pinky side. Begin pounding your legs a little bit. So if you're having circulation problems during your pregnancy, that's an imbalance in your heart chakra. This is a nice thing to do for circulation, maybe before you go to bed at night or a couple of times throughout the day. Maybe knock the sides of your legs a little bit. Release, take your right leg in, open it up, so plenty of room for baby. Before we do our breathing exercise and find a relaxation, we want to make sure to do a nice twisting exercise, wringing out the old toxins in our body. So right leg is in, or one leg is in. Whichever leg is in, we're looking the reverse way. So take your left hand behind, you can be up high on a block if you need. Look over that left shoulder. Maybe right tricep presses into that right leg. Inhale, you're expanding your chest, opening up your heart. Exhale, you're relaxing and twisting. Close your eyes. So it's not so much twisting at the low belly, low back. It's really more rib cage and up, heart opening once again. Come back to center, extend the other leg out, left knee in, or the other side if you did this side. Plenty of room for baby. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe have your block behind you once again. Inhale, lengthen, sit tall, long spine when we twist. Exhale, relax and twist. Inhale, exhale, close your eyes, feel what you feel. We'll release, untwist. So we're going to come over to our comfy elevated spot where we can come into our final relaxation. So I just really have some cushions set up here, so it's easy, something very easy that you can do at home. You're going to take your mat right in front, so you're nice and cushy. Extend back, and I even have a little eye pillow today so you can really block out the light. Scoot all the way back, be comfortable. Make sure you're not going to fall. Then take your feet together, and maybe your eye pillow over your eyes. But today's breathing exercise is going to be the snake breath. So we're going to touch our thumb and pointer once again. Inhale through your nose for a count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth like an S down. So you'll notice your exhale is a little longer than your inhale. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale S for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, exhale 5. Continue this cycle a few more times on your own. When we exhale longer than we inhale, it's a nice, perfect way to help you relax, especially a great strategy for labor. Exhale longer than your inhale. Two more. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale X for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Then bring your breathing to your regular breath. Keep your legs here. Feel free to extend your legs out the rest of the way. Take your hands to your baby. Begin massaging him or her, big circles. As you massage him or her, take this time to send a positive thought to them. Anything that you wish for them. Sending the love to baby. We'll keep one hand on our baby, the other hand at our heart center. So remembering, keep healthy baby means you have to also keep a healthy mama. Feel your heartbeat. Take this time to say a positive thought about yourself, what an awesome mom you're going to be. Your baby already knows it. Stay here for as long as you'd like. Namaste.